As a science journalist and researcher, as I began to read these studies a few years ago, one of the questions that really sprung up in me was, so what's causing this relationship between adversity in kids and disease in adults? The first question that any science journalist and reporter would have is, could it be that these are simply individuals who have what we call high health risk behaviors, and therefore they would have poor health outcomes? I mean, it would make sense that if you grew up with a lot of adversity in childhood, that as you got older, you might engage in poor health habits in order to help blunt the pain and suffering of a difficult past. So I put this to Felitti and Anda, and it turns out that they had had this question as well, and they had separated out very carefully in their cohorts for those who had high health risk behaviors and those who didn't. And it turned out that high health risk behaviors did not account for the later result of greater disease in adulthood. For instance, those with an ACE score of 7 or more who didn't drink, didn't smoke, weren't overweight or diabetic, and didn't have high health risk behaviors, or even high cholesterol, still had a 360% higher rate of heart disease. So clearly there were other channels, other biophysical channels operating here.